Katharyn White, SVP and CMO of T-Systems. Katharyn, I took my chance and grabbed you for a quick talk about the day. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us, and to all the viewers, thank you as well.
Yeah, and thanks for the great questions, by the way.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved your talk earlier with Adele and Peter and Juan and Doug. That was
thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So let's talk about today and later on maybe also a bit about tomorrow. We don't want to tell you everything about tomorrow, but maybe a little sneak peek. So are there things or topics or themes that struck to you the most throughout the day?
Yeah, actually, this is a really good question because I was trying to put together all my notes about what did I hear today and to come out with something that was meaningful. So I actually have to look at my notes. And I found an interesting way of thinking about it was what were the themes that were around setting the foundation for the future? And what were the accelerators or the catalysts for that? So if I can, I'd like to go through those. So first, I thought foundationally, there was really an important point around going in phases. And at the same time, a catalyst, which we're in the midst of still, is the pandemic. So let's use that to accelerate our phases. That was one observation. The second was around leadership. When I was talking with Peter and also AWS, Doug said some things, Adele said similar. The importance of leadership and specifically the shift in mindset around leadership to support and lead in a new way. I found that as foundational. And at the same time, I thought if we could really get the organization to change mindset, that's the accelerator.
Yeah.
Third thing I thought, even from the very first session that you did with Adele, was around strategy. We've got to know where we're going. But at the same time, Peter really emphasized for me, as well as Andreas and others through the day, how that has to be married with an agility to really have that strategy come to life. I love what Peter said, that they touch the strategy every quarter. I thought that was very inspirational. And then as we heard from Jonas and Andreas, I think Adele made some points on it as well, we do have to have foundationally the ability to migrate, to do the migration. But at the same time, the accelerator to keep the business buy-in is around modernization. And so I thought that was a nice, we have to do both, but perhaps if we think about them in this way, it really helps engage the business owners in the process as well. Peter was so consistent on the importance of skills. I decided to put that in the foundational side. Without the right skills, we can't proceed. At the same time, I thought the accelerator or the catalyst was partnerships. And also how we would use alliances. Paige and Max talked a lot about industry-specific alliances as an accelerator to those skills. Foundationally, we heard from many people how important data is, and also standards around accessing that data. Max and Paige talked about specific use cases. We talked about monetization around trust, and reciprocity of value in that trust. Like, I'll give you my data if I get value from that. And I think of that trust and value as the accelerators or the catalyst for the foundation around data. Foundationally, I believe we need to talk about security. And we'll speak more about that tomorrow. But it's a common thread that is throughout the agenda, I believe. But the accelerator I heard, or the catalyst I heard from Peter, was this notion of security by design. And I felt like all of these things together allow organizations to scale. So that's my summary.
Pretty good, pretty good. You know what I really liked about today? Like, coming from the outside and not being one of your T-Systems employees, is that it's so much about partnerships and so much about co-opetition rather than competition. That's something I also talked about with Adele earlier on.
Right.
And that's really intriguing to me. That's really, really nice. Like, other than that, do you have any big surprises that you didn't expect today?
Well, I knew a lot about the content before coming into today, but I will tell you that there were still some moments that surprised me about how interconnected and interdependent everything is.
Yeah.
But I love the Rubik's Cube. At 43 quintillion possibilities, I mean, I don't feel so bad about not being able to do it anymore. So that, Jonas, thank you, made me feel a lot better. But the idea of taking that Rubik's Cube that can be done in less than 20 moves and making that as an analogy to cloud.
Brilliant.
We don't have to do this by ourselves. People have done this before. We can use the methods, the capabilities around our cloud migration framework and our FIT tool set. Whether we want to help our teams with the skills, with the capabilities, or partner more broadly to achieve it, we don't have to learn all those different Rubik's Cube moves. We really can work together in a way that accelerates the journey. So the relevance of the Rubik's Cube surprised me in a really nice way.
Yeah. So maybe we can talk a little bit about tomorrow. You just did. So can we give a quick glimpse on what's going to happen tomorrow?
Yeah, I think actually even the last session today, really all of today and tomorrow, we've tried to structure the agenda in a way that really looks like our clients or the viewers' environment.
Yeah.
Right? So these partnerships are not theoretical. You know, they exist in the organizations watching, viewing this event today, whether that's AWS, we'll hear next from Microsoft, Google, VMware, OVH Cloud, like a number of different partners. SAP we heard earlier today. And these are the exact players, the exact ecosystem that our clients deal with. And what they need is trust across the ecosystem and accountability. So the combination of all of this, I think, not only sets up tomorrow, where we emulate that environment, go a bit deeper into data, sovereignty, and security to be sure we're looking at the entirety of the ecosystem, but really is a mirror in terms of what the viewers see and experience every day.
Yeah, right. But maybe enough of tomorrow, or from tomorrow. Let's talk about now.
Yeah.
How can we bridge to our next session? Any idea?
Well, I think the opportunity around client success, customer success is a big motivator. And I'm super excited that our Microsoft will be joining us with that specific dimension of how we work together to ensure success and acceleration of our clients' cloud journey. So I'm looking forward to that next session.
Same here. So Katharyn, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
It was a
Thanks,
pleasure,
everyone.
like always. And I'm super happy to go to our next location over there and to talk to Wolfgang Höfer from Microsoft, as well as François Fleutieux. And we're going to talk about an executive view on migration and modernization. See you soon.